I'll just give we've got 1 more minute. Perfect. Awesome. So we are just reflecting on those. ASDA, the acronym ASDA, what are your achievements? Give me 10 achievements. And then you're going to also be looking at your strengths. I need 10 key strengths that you have. Then we're also going to be looking at the destination, your destiny, where you're heading to. So let's assume, okay, right now, because what I'm saying is too often our current narratives, our current situation and challenges may hold us back from becoming all that we are created to become. So we limit ourselves, we are focused on what we are going through right now, our challenges, and we don't seem to see beyond this. So we forget that we were once successful. We forget that we used to be comfortable or confident. We forget that we used to be intelligent. We've achieved so many degrees. And now, because some silly person is consistently putting us down, abusing us, and it seems like our world has kind of crawled. And all we hear every single day is that we are not good enough, we are foolish, and all of that. We forget the things we have done. So, and this, it is one of the key reasons that so many people who are actually afraid to speak because they are not sure. They are not sure. When you lack confidence, you simply don't know who you are. You doubt yourself, so you cannot trust what you doubt. And that's why you fear, you think like, oh, am I going to be good enough? Are they going to judge me? Are they going to say I'm not qualified? And all of that because you don't know yourself well. And I don't want you to be clouded by your current circumstances or your past errors and whatever, or situations. I want you to know that, like that 10-pound note we shared, I think at the very first session, if you're a 10-pound note, I squash that 10-pound note, put it on the floor, step on it. When you go to the shop, you're going to buy things still worth 10 pounds. 10 pounds, the value has not changed. You might look dusty, messy, your value has not changed. And because you are confident that you have a 10-pound note, which is worth 10 pounds, and you can purchase everything up to the value of 10 pounds when you go to the shop. When you go to the shop, you go confidently pick things up to the value of 10 pounds and you go pay without any doubt. If you take things less than 10 pounds, you expect people to give you change. You expect a reward, not reward, you expect in return because you know your value. So I want you to think about yourself in that same way. You might have been broken, stepped on, pressed, battered, pushed on the wall. Your word has not changed. Your word has not changed. And this will make you remember because you've got some achievements. The fact that you are even alive with all the challenges you're still going through, come on, let's celebrate you. Some people are taking away their life because they couldn't, they could not be resilient. They could not take what you're going through. So just think about you being alive today with the endless challenges that we have in life. Your willingness to wake up and keep going despite those challenges, you have achieved something. And for so many of us, I know we have different degrees, you have achieved. For you to be here to make that decision that I'm going to improve myself. I know that I have a big, because you're here, because you know that you have a greater message to the world. You want to share, you want to be confident, you want to share confidently. That's an achievement. So let's look at the achievement. And then I will go now. I want to remind you, we are not even looking at your current strengths because your weaknesses might have obscured your view. I want you to look at the strengths that made you to achieve those achievements. These are things of the past. You've already achieved them. Nobody can change the past. Why they can change how you feel today, hit you, this, that, nobody can change your past. It's already happened. The certificates, the progress you've made, what strengths? So you know your 10 strengths, okay, that you have written, but what strengths did you use? Did you implement to have those achievements? So that's just giving you a review. All right. So I am on this course now. I have achieved something in the past. I've got some incredible strengths. And right now, yes, I've encountered this. But why am I in this path in the first place? Where was I heading to before I encountered the challenge that I've encountered right now? If I don't know where I'm heading to, it's a huge problem. I might not be able to fully understand my purpose. And I will not be able to deliver confidently with grace, understanding that I'm unique and destined to deliver this message, and no one can do it better than myself. And then we're gonna look now from here. So it's past, the strengths of your past, the now. Why am I here? Okay, what has happened? Irrelevant. Okay, we're not gonna focus on the problem. We're gonna focus on the solution, on the destination. For example, maybe I left my home. I was going to Manchester Airport. I'm stuck on the traffic light. There's so much traffic, maybe on the highway. That's not the end of my life. My life will not suddenly now be defined by traffic jam or whatever the current circumstance I'm trapped in. 2 hours on the motorway, frustrated, not eating. That cannot define my narrative. I've left somewhere. Where am I heading to? How did I find myself here in the first place? It was a path to take me to where I'm heading to. These challenges, most probably even, are meant to shape you, like we shared about the coffee, carrot, and tea. I'm not sure if we shared that last week. Did we share that story last week? I can't remember, or the week before. When did we share the story? Can someone help me, Sarah?
Hi, doctor, please. What was the question? Because sometimes
The
I
carrot
reply
tea
you.
and coffee tea. The carrot, egg, and coffee. When did we share that story? Was it the week before last?
The week before. I don't think so. We did that last week.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
the week before.
Okay, we might just revive to help people to those who are not there as well. Like I know Flora was in there. Perfect. Have we written our achievement strengths? So it's really like this, why am I here in the first place? Some of us, we have to go through that path. I can't go to Manchester without going through a certain route. It might be rocky, it might be windy, it might be too fast. You can't become an orange fruit without going through under the ground, experiencing that dark, you know, moment of solitude, isolation. We absolutely cannot. So it is actually part of the process in some cases. So, I mean, if God would allow you go through, because He could deliver you from it if it was never His plan. And if He leaves you there, then He knows that it's only going to make you more resilient and stronger. He's leaving you to finish His work in you. So you may become endurance. And when endurance has taken its toll and finished its work on you, believe me, you become so mature, almost like lacking nothing in the spiritual terms of it. Because there is nothing, it says, nothing that anyone can do that can break me anymore. I've been so broken and shattered and, battered.
Yeah.
Like I was just laughing. The other time, one of our very incredible friend, she lost her husband. Very wonderful marriage, wonderful in fact, and it was unexpected. He was well, he was sound. In fact, that same day I'd gone to speak at a summit, 2 day summit in Dubai. And she was just saying to me how the Lord has been healing her. She's been so grateful. Then I was asking her, we spent some time during the summer when she visited us. And I was asking her, has she ever dreamed? Does she dream about him? She said, that's a strange thing. She's never really dreamt about him. Once there was just like a funny joke. And then she laughed, she smiled and said, he knows that she is so angry that if he appears in her dream, she's really going to kill him now for real. So so I started laughing. Someone's already dead. And she's like, so it's like you're so broken in life. Do you know what I mean? You're already dead. How much can they kill you? So she said,
Mhm.
like, I'm truly gonna kill him now in my dream. And we just laughed. So he cannot even come to me in my dream. I love that you are laughing. That was funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know. So honestly, when you know that, then it's like there was just really nothing. Brokenness, I've been shattered, broken, battered. You think, no, this is really meant for me to reveal my purpose. There's nothing you can do. And you take the power over the oppressor and all of that.
Mhm.
Perfect. So let's hear from you, wonderful ladies now. Who's gonna be first? Flora, we're gonna start with you.
We talk about the achievements.
Yep, yep.
Okay. I've looked at the academic,
Yeah.
the first bit, and I think I just started from the small basics. Like I've been able to go through primary education, high school education, college. I've been able to go to university. And that's now, I'm qualified now. I'm working in a professional capacity. In my profession, I've been able to upgrade to a band 6, where I've got to do some leadership management during my time when I'm at work. So I've got to manage a group of people and the whole unit. And my other achievement is I can speak 3 languages. English, Kiswahili, Marathi, yes. I can speak like 3 languages,
Awesome.
yeah, fluently. I'm a member of a women group, and I've gained more knowledge apart from the academic. I've gained more knowledge spiritually, and I can be able to support somebody spiritually and
Amazing.
help mentor them also to understand their part is what God expects of them and how they can be able to thrive in their capacity. And I also said another achievement is I'm a mother of 3, and how many others? Yeah, those are a part of my achievement.
Wow. Wow. That's
Yeah.
just amazing. What strengths did you have? And I love how you started from the very basics, because sometimes we ignore some of the little things, isn't it? So we don't just want to say, for someone who does not have a professional, maybe master degree, they will be thinking like, oh, I don't have this, but you started from the basics. That's still an achievement. Some people ran away from primary school. They couldn't make it. Honestly, believe me. And it was too hard for them. And they're like, no, this school, I'm not just gonna go there. So you've done amazing.
I think because most of the time when I'm trying to understand something, I always like starting by the definition, the grassroots, and
Amazing.
then I build up on that. I think that's how I kind of get
That's an
myself.
incredible way. And that's one of the key things we're going to look at as well when you're doing public speaking. Always just define your topic first, so you are like on the same page with everyone. There is greater clarity. For those who had no clue, they're starting on the same page with you. And then you move on from there. And you realize that from the definition, even you have like a lot of light. Enlightenment is like knowledge on how you can take the talk, what kind of ramifications. Perfect. So if I just ask you a few strengths that you have, because you still have those strengths that enable you to achieve everything that you have achieved so far, which were incredible.
Yeah, about my friends
Strengths, yeah.
or strengths,
Link
all
them to
right. Yeah, yes,
some of the
get it.
successes or achievements you've just given.
All right, okay, yeah. Yes, some of my I think my greatest strength that I can say is one of it is resilience. Of falling and bouncing back. That is one thing I've looked at it, and it really kind of runs through the whole cycle of all the events I've actually been able to go through. I'm quite determined in whatever situation happens. Another one is I'm hopeful. Um, Always believing that there's something better than what I have now, and there's a greater plan that is for me if I believe in myself and I still continue working at it. Even if I fail, I'm hopeful that I can still bounce back because there's something greater for me ahead there. So another thing is I'm an observer. I like observing situations from where they have started and what has happened, and look at people who have been able to make in life and how have they been able to get through there, because I know it's not easy, but there's something in them and their characteristics and their behavior and their value made them to be where they are. So I really observe and emulate what is actually important and what I can be able to work with for journey. Also charismatic. I tend to build on that in my spirit. Another strength is one thing is my spiritual stand and belief. It also has been a very great strength in me that I should always work at it because there's somebody who is actually behind me, working along with me to give me the strength that I need. Yeah, so that the spiritual aspect of it is also one of my strengths, and believing in myself. It's one thing that has built up over time, and I think from my primary school, I kind of I kind of believed in myself because I've realized I tend to work most of the things by myself, and I'm not a very talkative person, but I tend to work things along by myself. But I'm very patient in that part, so that even if it's not as fast as I want it to achieve, or I don't make it the way other people are making, I still want to carry on with determination, knowing that I will get there. So I'm very patient with my life, I think I should say, yeah, and the people I'm working with, yeah, yeah, and
Yes.
I'll try and expand on that sometime.
Wow, that's
And
amazing. Yeah, that's amazing. I've just written down there for others to see, some great qualities there, your strengths, and then maybe what we'll do, so we'll give everyone the opportunity to speak. We might, at least we have a few people now. I know others will still join. Right? Some are running late, right, Sarah? So yeah, we can just maybe go into groups so we can expand. But if anyone wants to share now, maybe Priska, Sarah, if you want to share something, I can see Francis. How are you, darling? I think she's walking. She's muted. Yeah, she surely has her earphone. She's muted. Sarah, you are muted.
Also, I think Francis said that she can't talk right now,
That's perfect.
but
Yeah,
she
she's
can just
listening.
listen.
Yeah, that's perfect, darling.
Yeah, I'll share before we go to the group.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Dr. Sylvia said about our achievement.
mm, yeah.
Yeah. So I will share about my achievement. I'll start about languages. Coming to this country, and it was something that I couldn't even hear any word, and it was scary. So, and for me, even to go out, I have to carry my small dictionary, which is
Very.
French and English, to link the word. And I started from there. So because I couldn't even make a sentence.
Wow.
Yeah.
mm,
So, and I've started like that, by going to English classes even in summer while people were just resting. I have to go to
wow,
some classes.
wow,
And I was not just going, when the course started, I wasn't just going to one place. I would go to college, to different center, to do different courses, even while I couldn't understand everything.
yeah,
So I have to be there. And one time I was doing a hairdressing courses, and so they were like, you have to write down, you have to
mm,
explain what you have done. And it was a white lady who can speak French. Sometimes she was explaining, and then I will do it. So I had different copybook papers. So for me, to learn. And also, one of the places it's coming to the session to Dr. Sylvia at that time, Dr. Sylvia has to speak to English, to French for me to understand. Yeah, so Dr. Sylvia has to explain in French. So from there, one to one, to see myself now, at least I can speak. So it's really one of my achievements. And another thing is to start a session also when we've started, I think that was during COVID, when Dr. Sylvia was like, she going to leave me. I said, what? I can't. Dr. Sylvia would say, no, just go, even about 1 minute, 5 minutes. So you have started like that. And so it was like 5 minutes. I'm just looking at Dr. Steve is there, so I want just to come, and then so I kept doing. Dr. Sylvia, she knows what she was doing, so she give me 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and now I can do more than that.
Wow,
So
great. An
No session.
applause.
She doesn't even need me. Honestly, I was sitting in the background. I'm like, wow, wow. And she was just going. I was like 5 minutes and I'm like, I'm not coming. She'll be like, don't. I'm like, I'm not coming. And you're so confident. Now, if I'm even there, she doesn't even pass it to me because she can handle the whole thing. She's like, I'm talking. I'm talking. No, honestly,
That's
incredible.
beautiful.
Incredible, Sarah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
so,
been amazing.
that's it's my achievement.
Mm.
So would you like me to say about the strength?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, about the strength, I would say my greatest strength is patience. So I'm
I get
patient.
that with Flora as well.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, someone want to? Yeah, thank you, doctor. Yeah. So as I said, I'm patient because you cannot do anything if you are not patient. And you need also, I'm a good listener, so you have to listen about what people are telling you before you act or you do anything. And self-confident, hardworking, I'm humble. Thank
Mm.
you. I'm
Wow,
light.
amazing again. We have incredible leaders here. The world needs these qualities, and who is better to teach them than you? You are the best
Mm.
place to teach them. That's why you have those qualities, traits, and values. We have to step out there and show them how to become that, how to gain that. Awesome. Who is the
Mm.
next? Hi, Zoom use. Is that
Iqbal.
that's Igbre. Oh, great, that's true. Hi, Igbre,
Iqbal.
how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Lovely. Iqbal, we are just going through, we've
Lovely.
gone through our homework. How many of us did our 50 adjectives? I'm beautiful, I'm amazing, I'm successful, I'm kind. How many of us on all of those
Uh,
pages?
ok, Sarah. Désolée, Sarah.
Oui, oui,
Allô?
oui, je comprends.
Tu me... Ça
Tu
va?
as fait ton
C'est bon.
devoir.
Ok.
Oui,
On
elle
devait
Yes.
est, elle est, elle a un rendez-vous. Donc, c'est peut-être elle
Oui,
a,
ok.
Ok, ça
yeah,
va, il n'y a pas
yeah,
de
she has an
problème.
appointment. Yeah,
Oui,
thank
oui,
you.
oui.
You
Ok,
can
juste
just
va
Just,
seulement écouter. She's just gonna listen. That's fine. Perfect.
yeah,
That's okay.
okay,
Yeah.
thank
Then maybe
you.
we just mute her, isn't it, Sarah? So we know
yes.
that we are not expecting her to speak.
Yeah.
Perfect. And Francis, I think she cannot speak now as well. Perfect. So if there's anyone who wants to share again, then we're gonna move on. I mean, we're just gonna stay here. If it gets big, let me see. I think I can see everyone. Okay, okay, perfect. Gerline, do you want to share Priska? Ça va tout faire partager?
Yeah.
Have you spent your time? On devait penser à les adjectifs qui nous décrivent. Comme tu es belle, je suis intelligente, je suis fort, je suis.
Oh, bonjour. Uh,
Hi,
hi.
ciao.
Unfortunately, I had a trouble with my connection the last week, but I want to try to make to update to share something about my quality adjective we can define me. I think so have the passionate person, um, a determined patient, I'm resilient, I'm positive, I'm, but what does that mean? But I, but I like the life when, when, when I have a objective, I make all of me to 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 get the success for for that. Just I think so. That's mine. I don't know if
Oh, that's beautiful. I've just written some of them. I didn't quite catch the last one you said. When you want to achieve something, what happens? But that was amazing. Positive, resilient, determined. You said something at the end.
yes. When I have a objective, I I give all of me to get
Yeah,
the results. Yes, the
I love that.
success.
I love
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Yeah, you're very, very determined, ambitious, and you give all of it, everything about yourself. You give your all. You don't
Yes.
make excuses. That's amazing. That's
Thank you.
amazing. So I'm so confident if we ask you to go do a public speaking, to go speak to someone, you're just gonna give your all, your passion, your positivity. You're gonna step out there and give your best. That's amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Who else wants to share? That was Gwelin. Priska. Perfect. We're gonna move on. And what I want us to do, which is so important now, we've seen those trends, we have so many, keep writing them again. So when you're speaking to people, when you are delivering a talk, you are preparing, you've been invited somewhere, you know who you are, you know your strengths. And also, you're going to tell them, if you want to, like you're a public speaker, you are doing talks, especially to help people grow, you would definitely be working in areas where you have expertise. So you can turn down talks that you think I'm not an expert in. If you call me, you might read things if you really want to, but if someone calls me, for example, to come and teach, is it literature, this Macbeth, Shakespeare, I don't think I'm really interested in that. So I can turn off that kind of offer. I'm not interested in those Shakespeare style of talking that I don't understand myself. But so you can turn it down. I'm really sorry. As much as I would love to, I don't do Shakespeare. Alternatively, I may deliver this to you. So it's very okay. You see what I mean when you know your greatest strength. So you streamline. And that's why we go to specialization. In primary school, we start by learning everything and anything.
Mm,
As we go
mm,
on secondary, we streamline, 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 because you become a professional, you become an expert, you become a specialist in something. And the greatest of all is when you know your purpose, you align your specialty with what you are naturally gifted. And it's just incredible. It's like
mm,
the forces of nature. God is working on your behalf and with you. It becomes effortless and it just comes out, it oozes out of you without, and that's why people are watching and they are mesmerized because it's part of you. It's like any tree when it grows to produce its fruits. Let me just go back to the famous orange always use. You know, people might be mesmerized, but for it is doing the most normal thing, the most ordinary thing to just grow and become oranges. It doesn't struggle. It's telling you, if I don't become oranges, what more? Why am I living? This is the only reason I'm placed on this earth. This is the only reason. If so, when you deliver the messages and people are like they are in awe, but you do it in the best way because it's linked and aligned with your purpose. So I want us to see right now, where are you heading to? What's your destination in life? What's your vision? You want to be able to talk to a public, but what's that vision? What kind of message do you want to deliver to these people? What's the goal? What's the aim? What do you want them to get from the message? What are the benefits? So I want you to look at this. What is the destination? Where are you heading to? What's your ideal? Let's look at the ideal. We don't want to look at where we are right now. Your destination is never where you are. Let's get that clear, okay? So we want to understand what's a vision for speaking. Why are you speaking? What's the ultimate goal? Some people can speak, some people can stay all day. They have been quarreling and fighting. There is no value in that talk. Do you see what I mean? Some people might go there to hurt people, abuse. There is no value. They're still speaking to the public, but what's your goal? What's your vision? What's the purpose for wanting to speak, be it in a smaller confinement, be it to, like we said, that Christian community of women in your workplace, the message may be different, but the purpose determines the type of message I will deliver. If I'm called now to go deliver a message that gives hope to women who are broken, who have no confidence, I cannot go and be teaching them biology or science, even though I have knowledge. Do you see what I mean? I
yeah.
know. But the objective in that point of in time is not for me to come and deliver what I've studied in biology or my medical field. There is a purpose, there is a goal, and that purpose, that goal determines my why and what I'm going to deliver ultimately. So let's pause and think. If you have questions, you're not sure, that's perfect. We'll get into rooms now to get us some clarity. Why do you want to speak to more than one person? I'm sure you already have your friends. I'm sure all of us are already speaking. Why would you want to improve? And I'm sure your friends do understand you. And why? What's the goal? What's the purpose? What message do you think, knowing who you are now? Of course, you keep working on having in-depth knowledge of yourself. So right now, I think you have just a little bit, because so many of us have not had all of those 50 adjectives. So you are not seeing your full potential. But of course, potential is always things we've not done yet. So there's always potential trapped within us as long as we continue to live. So there'll always be messages you've not delivered yet, no matter how many times you speak. There'll always be, lives that you've not impacted yet, no matter how many times you speak. So every time you're given the opportunity to show up, to live again, to be alive on this day, is because there is still potential trapped within you. There is still worth and value within you that the Lord, your sender, is sending you to go deliver. Someone needs to hear that. Someone needs to be healed. Someone needs to be touched. Someone needs to be transformed. Someone needs to get off the wrong path and start walking in the right path. But they need you to deliver that message and guide them through that path of righteousness. So let's see who wants to share. Or if you want to take some time and write it down, Sarah, what do you think? And then we go into groups. What do you think? I think, let me know what you think. If you want to ask me any questions, then we're going to go into groups. So you can take your time. There is no pressure. You can discuss, and your friend might help you to have ideas. Then we come back. What do you all think?
Hi, Dr. Sylvia. I think I've left a bit. I went at the back and then come back. I didn't get all, but what I think people would like just to know those who they'll be able, because if you will put them on the group,
Yeah.
it makes easier also some people to share. And but for now, we don't want to just put people in the group and then they are nobody or no one is talking. I think that Gerlin can speak, and even now Priska. So just Francis who said she cannot. So we have Flora, me, Gerlin, Priska. So we can go on the group, and Dr. Please, I
Perfect.
would like you, if
Perfect.
possible, to repeat a bit what we going to do on
Perfect.
the group,
We
please.
are, we are on our ASDA, the acronym ASDA, isn't it? We have talked about
Yes.
our achievements, the strengths we have that enable us to achieve what we've achieved up to this point. So that's beginning to build our confidence, because we know that if I've done it once, I can always do it. Usain Bolt will go out there and run confidently, and when everybody sees him, it's like they almost give him space. You are the world number one. So it's like people are this, I don't know. When he's around, they just allow him to win, because it's like history speaks for himself. He gets in confidently expecting to win, and once he has won consecutively, was it gold medal, So we have seen our achievements, we've seen our strengths. He will know the strengths that make him to achieve such things. And what's the ultimate? What's your destination? For example, he knows that each time I'm going to run this race, I have one goal. I'm going to beat everyone. I'm going to be the first. I'm going to inspire people who aspire to also become athletes and things like that, to know that they can achieve whatever they desire to achieve, irrespective of the country or their skin color. I am black, I'm from Jamaica, it doesn't matter. It's about the gifts that you have, the natural. He was naturally gifted. So I'm just sharing this now as I'm speaking. So he knew that this is it. It's not just about that trophy, but it's much more to do with that. Maybe for he's using his gifts, his talents, and to inspire others, and also using his full potential. So it's about the destination. We are looking at D right now. What's your vision? What's the ultimate? What would you love to speak about? Why do you want to speak to people? What change do you want to bring? What transformation do you want to bring? If you were to choose, you had the option to choose the kind of message that you go everywhere and deliver, and you'll be highly paid for it. That every night when you go to bed, you'll be fully satisfied. That you are even ready to quit your job. Maybe it will still be within your job that you are doing that, but you are doing it, you are your own maybe leader. You are paid enormously for doing what you are called to do, that is linked with your strengths, your purpose, and all of that. What would that be? So again, it goes to knowing you. What is it? Where are you going to? Why do you want to speak? What do you want to speak about? Let's look at the destination. Where are you heading to? If today were the last day on planet Earth, and we all sat there or lie down in bed, were to ask you, looking at your life, have you achieved everything you believe you were called to achieve? What would you say? If it's no, now you have the opportunity to achieve all of that and also share with others who aspire to do the same how you did it, because the lessons you learn are always meant for others, not for you alone. You have learned them, you've become resilient, you want to share to improve others. So what would that be? What would that thing be that all the days of your life, if you were to do it, if you were to speak on it, if you were to, because I know a lot of people who are working, but they've got so much passion that they are never using. And they are hoping that someday when I retire, you don't need to go on retirement before you use your passion, your purpose, your gifts. By then you will not have all the strength. You may be a bit older and weak. The youth are still, you're very vibrant. You want to take advantage of this now. And your room, your gifts will create room for you amongst the great. So use them. It will bring you, rewards. You'll be paid for the gifts you have. What would that be? What would that gift be? That gift or those gifts? What will you be talking about? So let's step in there and we have this discussion. Is that clear with everyone?
It is
Mm-hmm.
very clear.
Yeah.
Super. Why are you smiling, Sarah?
Because I can see Flora smile too. I think
All
it's
right, didn't see her. Oh, great, Flora. That's amazing.
ah!
So how many minutes? How many minutes do we want for this conversation?
Mm-hmm.
Can we get 10 minutes because people
Perfect.
may speak if we are two
Perfect.
to
Yeah, yeah,
five five.
yeah. Perfect. Should I do the group or you gonna do it,
Yeah,
Sarah?
please do the group. Last time it was just something else.
Okay, so I'm just doing 2 rooms.
Please. Yeah. So please join the group when you can see that you can join.
Okay, I'm just going to create. I'm not putting any of you in groups. So please, because we know that those who can talk, then you're just gonna choose the room you wanna join. But please make sure you join a room where there's already someone. I'm gonna create just 2 rooms. Okay, perfect. I'm not assigning. You can join anyone. There's room 1 and 2.
So does he letting us to join as well? I think you have to do something for us to. It's
Oh,
not
really? I think it told me that you can ask, and I can leave you to choose.
to me. I haven't seen any sign that.
Okay, which of yours is going? Is the Voice of Nations or Von?
Voice of Nation, you will leave one because no one is there for now. Voice of
Okay,
Nation.
okay. I'm gonna assign. Who should I assign to your room again?
Uh, Priska and me, I think we have to go to the same room for me to explain. I
Okay,
will leave
yeah,
the
that's
lane
true.
with Flora and Francis.
Okay,
I think he's doing the same things he did last time.
next. Okay, I've put Priska with you. That's fine. Then I'm gonna put. Am I doing Flora and is it Guerlin?
You know, I still here is not letting me to go.
It's not letting you go. Okay, I've not opened the room yet. That's fine.
Ah,
Let me
yeah.
assign first so we can all know where we are. That's
Okay.
perfect. So, but can you see that you have been assigned to room 1?
No, nothing.
Okay. Guerlin, I've assigned you to room 2, and Flora, I'm gonna assign you to room 2 as well.
And Francis.
And Francis, okay. I can't see. Where's Flora? I can't see you, Flora.
Hey,
Okay, I've
yeah.
seen you now. No, I've seen you. It's okay.
Okay.
Perfect. Francis is with you, Sarah. I'm gonna open all rooms now.
Yeah,
Perfect.
now,
Yeah.
yeah, they say
Yeah,
to
I
me
think
to.
it's good like that.